forced to close because of the pandemic, and they are not happy. And one deemed non-essential is suing Ohio's health director. Lawyer Chris Finney of the Finney Law Firm is one of the lawyers representing a bridal shop owner in the suit. Good morning, Chris. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning, Jeanette.
Good morning. Tanya Rutner Hartman. She owns Gilded Social, the fancy occasion dress shop. And tell us why she has filed this suit.
Well, she wants to be back in business, obviously. There are tens of thousands of businesses in Ohio that are suffering, and their employees under the COVID shutdown. Now, there's good medical reason for at least some of that, but all she has asked for is for the right to a hearing to ascertain two things. One is her business properly categorized as non-essential, meaning it has to be closed? And two, is that categorization appropriate for her? So we had a business, for example, in Cincinnati, you all covered, that sold N95 masks, sold soap and shampoo and that kind of thing. Amazon Beauty up in the Finneytown area. And we went to a judge and were able to get that business reopened. But the question is, are businesses as a general proposition before they're shut down allowed to have a hearing as to the appropriateness of the categorization, and are they in fact unsafe for this COVID crisis? And all we're asking for is that there in the system be a hearing that's built in that protects businesses that could get back in business safely.
So this was filed in federal court in Columbus. That's where Ms. Hartman's shop is located. So there's a constitutional argument here. You're saying basically that this kind of violated her rights to due process. What does she sell that might be deemed essential, or does she sell anything?
Well, lots of things in Ohio have been deemed essential that you wouldn't think so. Liquor stores, for example, but weddings, the act of a wedding has been deemed to be essential. But she sells then wedding dresses and other accoutrements associated with weddings. And we believe that that is essential as a part of that wedding function. And she's been put out of business because of this. She believes she can do it in a socially distancing way and a healthy way to provide those services. And she desires to have a hearing in order to establish that.
So that's an interesting argument, given that weddings are essential, but maybe they deem the dresses not. There's a hearing coming up, or an argument coming up on Monday, correct?
Yeah, this was assigned to the chief judge of the U.S. District Court sitting in Columbus, Alton and Marbley, and he treated it very seriously. So we filed on Thursday. He demanded that the state brief this by 5 o'clock on Friday, and we're having a temporary restraining order hearing at 10 o'clock on Monday, and he's promised us a decision by Wednesday. So this issue, not just for our client, but for all Ohio businesses that think they should have the right to be back in business, could be fast-tracked next week.
Interesting. Well, we'll certainly follow it and let everybody know what happens with it. Thanks so much, Chris.
Thanks for having me on.